Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about the importance of the physical print books in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and for Dungeons & Dragons collectors overall. So I just want to tell you something that happened recently, and how it just really delighted me, and how it would only be possible through print books, okay? So basically, I have been collecting 1E hardbacks. And the reason I've been collecting 1E hardbacks is for a whole lot of reasons. But the biggest reason is to be a better Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition player. So I actually play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I always try to play the current edition of Dungeons & Dragons because I think it is most healthy for the hobby and for the industry and for designers and for everybody who creates Dungeons & Dragons. I want my dollar to go farthest to support Dungeons & Dragons. And so basically, but I also want to get something I enjoy for my money, right? And I'll tell you right now, I don't enjoy all hardbacks from 5th edition. I don't even own all hardbacks from 5th edition. As long as 5th edition is creating core books, as long as they're creating settings, I'm there for it. I will buy it all day long. I'm not buying a hardback adventure ever, right? So where am I putting my dollars? Well, right now, where I'm putting my dollars is I'm completing the Orange Spine Easily collection. I have 10 out of 12 of those. I have the PHB, DMG, and the Monster Manual in every single edition, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And what I'm doing right now is I'm going and I'm getting some of the big hitters, right, from the Dungeons & Dragons hardback collection. And one of those is Fiend Folio. And if you don't know it, what Fiend Folio really is its British monster manual. There was a time where TSR UK was a very real thing, and it was incredibly real, and it really mattered, right? And so Fiend Folio is British monster manual. I want it, right? It's got that iconic cover. It's really gorgeous, and I really wanted it. So basically the way I'm getting books right now is I go onto Noble Knight Games, I find exactly the book I want, and then I put it on my want list. And even if I have the money right then to buy it, I don't get it. And one of the reasons why is I have a much longer list of books I want to get than I have available money, right? Or money that me and my family agree this can be spent now because we have enough, right? And, I literally get an allowance. I get $60 every 2 weeks. I could buy 1 or 2 books out of that, so forth, right? So I put Fiend Folio on my want list, and it was not in stock, okay? And so what they did was they said, hey, we got it. Once they received, literally, they had 0 in stock. Noble Knights Game had 0 in stock. And the moment a new one came in stock, their system was smart enough to email me and say, hey, this item on your want list, we just got it in stock. It's in, I think they said, I don't, honestly, I don't buy from condition. I really don't care what condition they are in. So I think it might have said good or fair, right? And it cost $32, and I paid $4 to have it shipped. So it's like $35 all told, right? So $35, which is less, is exactly what I would pay to get to buy Candlekeep Mysteries right now, right? So that's a great deal. This thing came out in 1983, I think, right? This is a very old book. It's close to 40 years old, if it's not already 40 years old, right? So I get this thing. It's gorgeously packed by Noble Knights Game. Their shipping is flawless. I bought from them, easily. I probably spent between $1,000 and $2,000 with them within at least the last year, right? So, and I have I'm an absolute stan. I totally stan Noble Knight Games. I love their product. I love that they I love that they collect these books, and just their list of what they sell is the best. It is the best guide to what is available in Dungeons & Dragons that's ever been created. And the reason why is capitalism has built it, right? They are incented to know what the difference is for each book because money's on the line, right? So it's the Noble Knights Games has the best guide to all D&D books that exists, period. Done. End of sentence. It's it's incredible, right? So I get this Fiend Folio, And it absolutely blew me away. What just stunned me when I got this book was I started paging through it and I realized, I was like, is this book color or black and white, right? And I'm like, I thought this book was black and white. And it is black and white, right? But the person that had owned this book had colored no less than a third of the monsters in the book with colored pencil. And it was clearly an adult who was like coloring these, because it was so well done that I couldn't tell if it was the original print on the book or not. It took me a while, and I was like, this can't be real. Like, I know for a fact I know for a fact this book is a black and white book. Like, it's not color, right? And then I just kind of like put my finger on it, and and this person had colored a third of the monsters in the book with colored pencils, and the colored pencil in the book was absolutely stunning, right? And I was just delighted, right? So another thing is, you can't buy delight, right? Like, and what I mean by that is, I can't, you could not have bought this book. You couldn't say, I want a Fiend Folio that a third of the monsters are going to be colored in by an amazing artist. You couldn't do it, right? Like it, it's too weird, right? But because this is a physical book and not some stupid D&D Beyond nonsense, in my opinion, right? Like, I'm saying it, do not waste one penny on D&D Beyond. Put your money into the books, into physical books. And the reason why is you could be delighted, right? And also, when you get that book, don't hesitate to put your mark on that book, to do whatever you want with that book, because not only is it going to make it better for you, right, but it may delight someone else in the future. And so I'm just so excited to read through this book and just be, delighted by just encountering each one of these drawings in this book. It's so amazing. I'm so appreciative of it. And it can only exist because the book is physically mine and it was physically someone else's. This is impossible through D&D Beyond, right? And I'm here to tell you, I'm calling you back to the physical table. I'm calling you back to the physical books. The streaming, it's a shadow of the game. The D&D Beyond, it's a lesser form of the game. If you got a decision on where your money goes, get the real deal and play a real game. Get back to the table with real books and real friends and real people. That's what matters. That's where delight is born. That's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thought. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.